So what's up everyone, Frank Valkyria. Here I am. Today we're gonna talk about phones. Yes, everybody's going crazy over this new iPhone SE 2020. And fine, then let's talk about it. And also because, stay tuned, I'll tell you in a second. So, here we go, my first iPhone. Look at that, huh? I think this is the 3, I don't even remember. Still works. Funny factor, now that you see it, how small they are. It still works, but now the battery's off. But yeah, I didn't sell it. I just have, lying around, because of whatever. So, camera, you do your job. And then I passed from there to the 4. Still nice, still works. Only the Wi-Fi doesn't work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There was this trick that you warm it up and cool it down, and then the expansion of the metal probably makes it work again. And it did. Actually, I tried several times and it worked, and then stops again. But then after that, I dragged on with the 4 for so long. I think until 2017. Until 2017, I dragged on with this phone. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, I gotta upgrade, and I went on to the Samsung, which 7S Edge, whatever, was like a tongue twister. And when you compare them, like, look how big is the screen. So I was quite happy at the time. I bought it in 2017. I don't think it was new then. It was already out for some time, I think, this 7. And I've had it ever since, I feel like totally fine with it. But just recently, just now the phone, when it came out, I'm like, wow, $399. And this one, the Samsung, it's not supported for upgrades anymore. That's also why the reason I was starting to think, because now this, I think it's 4 years, is not gonna get any new Android upgrades, at least the big ones. So I'm like, maybe it's time. But I don't want to spend €1,000 for a phone. So when you get something juicy in the form factor of the 8, this is the 4. But you know the point. Even though the design it's older, but it's aluminum, it's well done with the components of the better iPhones. The cheapest from the 11, the CPU. So that's all you need after all. And the screen is good enough, and you got enough RAM. And then you got a nice camera that you can shoot 4K, $399. That sounds pretty nice. That sounds super awesome. I think that my deduction out of all this, introduction, it's that I might gonna buy it. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Especially because you get the support of the operating system probably at least for as many years, at least 3-4 years or so. So that it's pretty good. And then I used to be not a Apple fanboy, but most of my computers were Apple. I have my first G4 down there. I used to work on an iMac, the first one that they were round in plastic with the gray and blue. And then I bought that G4 that costed me a fortune at the time. And I still have the shell there, still works. And then I went on to the G5, and then I changed a few G5s until it wasn't supported anymore. And instead of buying an older G5 with Intel processor, I just went to laptops, gaming laptops, because they were cheaper and super fast, and you could do a lot of things. And now still I have a gaming laptop here because it's way cheaper than having an editing machine like this guy here than buying a new Mac. So anyway, but this $399 feels pretty good. I think Apple is also understanding that they have to offer something that it's of quality, but for a lower price, because now everybody's going crazy. You can buy a phone that it's like €1,300, and I'm like, come on guys, €1,300 for a freaking phone. Already €400. You can buy a PlayStation 4 for €400. It is cheap, but you gotta put things into perspective. What is cheap? €400. There are people which they still make like €1,700 a month, €1,800 a month as a salary, and then you have to pay a phone €400. If you do the upgrade with, I don't know, 128 giga or 256 is gonna be €500, 550. So then you think like, wow, that's like a third of a salary of somebody. Somebody has to work like a third of a month to just pay for the phone. So I think it's a. I have the feeling it's gonna be a blockbuster because the quality is there. The components newer inside are there. So for that price, it's gonna be appealing for a lot of people, which they want something newer in terms of component that they can overlook the design. And still, the design of the 8 is pretty nice, especially because also that doesn't have the problem of the 6 that was bending, because the casing of aluminum is a little bit tougher, the shell. So a lot of people, they will be completely fine. And even me, like I said, I've been using this thing for 3 years. I don't feel like I have an old phone. Does everything I wanted to do. It's just a matter of and I will still use it. It's just a matter of also that you get the latest updates, That's also important when you have a phone. So and perhaps I can just change the SIM from here to there. So we will see. Anyway, my deduction, blockbuster. I think I'm gonna look into it. Let me know what you think about it. Are you gonna get one at that price point? Very appealing. Very, very appealing. See you later. Always spread love. Ciao.